Zoinks! A talking pirate skull!
Let's switch it up. No more rap, no more Lils and Youngs for a little bit. Instead, I wanted to talk about something quite unfunny, which is trying to be funny in music. Musical parody, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst of the worst, no doubt about it. There is no playing around here. I can't remember the last time I watched or listened to these musical parodies without either feeling extreme embarrassment or laughing for the wrong reasons. The only exception to this rule, of course, Poopy Brain by Bart Barker.
Lil Pump handicapped mentally. I think 3 + 3 = 33.
The Gregory brothers don't count. What they do is remediate rather than imitate poorly, and are now sitting quite comfortably on their giant pile of money. I hope they have sweet dreams tonight. But for this episode, I'm not going to bullshit. I'm not going to play this one. This is the worst musical project I have ever heard, and I'm being dead serious. Playdough cooked in tea is what happens when trigger culture goes nuclear. It's what happens when a bitter songwriter doesn't understand the hype of critically acclaimed albums and tries to go so far the other way that it falls off any semblance of satire and becomes a tone-deaf disaster.
Why is my wife dead?
The whole reason this was made was to make people mad, and I'm glad no one is feeding this person's ego and we have all moved on. My biggest worry with making this video is the thumbnail, where some people would think I am talking bad on Mount Erie. With the poem aside, this photo with the hand and paper is really identifiable. A Crow Looked at Me is an amazing conceptual album that brings you deep down into what it feels to lose your entire world to something out of your control, the subtle cracks in your character, remaining stoic for those who depend on you. It is such a remarkable project that stuck with me long after. I recommend you listen to it once and then not touch it for a long period of time. You will find yourself thinking back to it. The fact he recorded it in the room that his wife passed away in hospice is fucking insane to say the least. In the running time, nothing means anything. You are locked in a dark room with Phil as he comes to terms with his loss, and you get dragged down into the darkest depths of your mind. So why did I tell you all of that? To now say that this is a piece of shit. I get it, this is his thing, poking fun at whatever is regarded as high art, looking at his Rate Your Music Kanye West is in there, Neutral Milk Hotel. People who aren't fans of these people are probably sick of this undeserved praise. But it really is confusing when instead of trying to convince someone otherwise rationally, you end up doing the musical equivalent of an edgy tweet. It's as if writing a song in memory of their terminally ill wife was a stupid reason to write an album. Like that isn't a reason to be sad. It doesn't even make much sense because in My Wife Died Part 7, he's saying how happy he is that his wife died because of all the money he's gonna make. Which doesn't make any sense and doesn't even follow the punchline you were desperately holding onto throughout the thing. There are some reviews defending this, saying it does comment on the issues with the album being repetitive or simple chords. Did we listen to the same album? It's like those people who go to the museum and see that minimalist painting in the back and get angry or confused. The picture is just scribble. They can do it themselves. They can be an artist. This is what you end up with. Making a good parody is one of the most challenging things to do because you need such a strong knowledge of what you are ripping off. And when it works, it's some of the best media out there. When your talk show making fun of talk shows is the most popular talk show in the world, you have made a great thing. It's not about reinventing the wheel, rather attaching rockets to it and breaking a speed record. I don't give a fuck about this dude's Bandcamp or whatever, so I'm not gonna link it in the description. The only clip I found was someone playing it on Rock Band 3.
So I am writing an album about how my wife died and how it made me sad.
It's like making fun of the disabled kid. I don't understand why anyone would think this was a good idea. The only way this joke would work is a quick tweet making light of the subject matter. It wouldn't be funny, but no one would give a shit. 2 retweets, 4 hearts, and we are done with it. The last 2 episodes I would link the song in the description. I would ask you to listen to see if you agree or not. Just don't listen to this. This is by far the worst because it wants to be. It's not interestingly bad, it's not surprisingly bad, disappointingly bad, it's not funny. This project wanted to be bad and wanted to bait everyone who gives a shit. And when someone criticizes them, they just say, who gives a shit, right? Fucking who likes music anyway? Purely for that reason, it sits second. It's all that it deserves. It wanted first so it could be recognizable, but no, it doesn't deserve that. Thanks for watching part 3 of the worst of radio music. Until next time, I'll be playing Arthur's Absolutely Amazing Day on the Game Boy Advance.